Alright, in this video I'm going to explain how to create a loan calculator and how to create a reducing balance table. Alright, so what I've got on the screen is an example of a loan calculator. You can see the loan calculator up the top here, and then the reducing balance table is set up below the loan calculator. What I'll do first of all is I'll explain how to set up the loan calculator, and then I'll probably do a separate video and explain how to create the reducing balance table. Alright, loan calculator. Okay, so you'll notice that there's 4 rows here that are coloured. These are the rows in which the person inquiring about a loan enters the appropriate information. In the rows below, there are some calculations based on the information entered. Alright, so in the first row, loan amount. So you or whoever is making the inquiry simply enters the loan amount in this box here. Now you can see up here, just a straight number. Second row, and by the way, the order of these rows is up to you. This is just an example. You can change things around a little bit if you feel it would improve the presentation of your loan calculator. Okay, interest rate. Here is the interest rate that's been entered, and again, that's just a number that is entered by the inquirer. Loan period, there it is, 30-year loan. Monthly repayments, so the number of repayments per year is 12. Okay, so those 4 cells are straightforward. That is the data that has to be entered. Right, now we come to the crucial line here. Here is where you need to calculate the monthly repayment. Now, the example I've got here is just a number, and that is actually not correct. So let us just delete that, and I will show you how to enter the formula. Okay, so there's a special formula that calculates the monthly repayment, and to find it, we go into formulas and we go into insert function. Now, it's actually the first one on my list because I've been playing with it, but it may not be the first one on your list. So if you're looking for it, it's called the PMT function. PMT for payment on a loan. If you're looking for it in this list, go into financial and then just scroll down until you get to PMT, and then you hit OK, and you can see the function here appearing in the cell. Right, now you enter all the information that the function needs to make its calculation. The first thing it wants to know is what is the interest rate, and see how it explains down the bottom here. Rate is the interest rate per period for the loan. For example, 6% divided by 4 gives quarterly payments at 6% per annum. Alright, now what's our interest rate? 5.3. Now we do not enter 5.3. All we do is we simply click on this little box over on the side here, and then click on this cell. This links the formula to the number that's typed in here, so you can change this number and the formula will automatically update. Alright, now 2 things you have to do. Divide. This interest rate 5.3 is 5.3%. That needs to be converted to a decimal. So I need to divide it by 100. But that's still not completely correct, because that is the interest rate for the whole year. And we want the interest rate for the month. And so you have to divide it by 12 as well. Click on this little box on the side here again. Sorry, it's gone off the screen. Click on this little box here on the side. There it is. Now see this number here? That's what 5.3 divided by 100 divided by 12 gives you. That is the interest rate as a decimal for 1 month. Alright, next box. And that, by the way, the rate cell, this is the one that causes all the problems, so make sure you get this one right. number of payment periods. This is the total number of payments for the loan. Total number of payments. Alright, so we know that we're making 12 payments per year for 30 years. So that equals 360 payments. But again, we don't enter 360. What we do is we go click on this cell, which is the number of years, and then multiply. Multiply in Excel is star, which is above the 8. And then we click on the number of payments per year, which is 12. Click on this little box on the side here, and you'll see that the calculation pops up over on the side, 360 payments. Alright, PV stands for the present value of the loan. How much are you borrowing? That's easy, that's the 600,000. So we click on the 600,000 cell, and we're done. FV stands for future value. That is, how much will the loan be at the end? Well, the answer is obviously 0. So here we just enter 0. Type we can ignore. It will automatically put in the correct value for us. So I won't go into that, so just ignore it. Just go OK, and bingo, there you go. Monthly repayment, which was slightly different to what was written there before, so that what was written before was an error. Okay, now there's this annoying negative sign that turns up. This is what Excel does because it says you're making a payment, so you're reducing your loan by this, so hence the minus sign. But we don't want the minus sign, nor do we want it in red font like that. Alright, that's actually quite easy to fix. What we do is we go up to our formula bar here, click in front of the function between the equal sign and the PMT, and we'll just put a negative sign there. And then just click on any cell. Oops, sorry. We'll click on any cell. We'll do this again. Put the negative sign there, then we'll hit enter. And there, fixed. What's happened is that this negative sign up here that I just entered cancels out the negative sign produced by the PMT function. So there we have our monthly repayment. Alright, in the two cells below, and this is part of the assignment to work out what the total amount repayable and the total interest, well, you have to enter the appropriate formula. So the total amount repayable is simply monthly repayment multiplied by the total number of repayments, which is 360. But again, don't write 360. Enter the formula. C5 for the number of payments per year, C4 for the number of years. Interest payable, that is simply the total amount that you paid minus what you borrowed. Okay, you borrowed 600,000 in this case. Over 30 years you ended up paying somewhat over $1 million. So that means the difference between those two numbers gives you the interest. Alright, so there is your loan calculator. I'm not going into any formatting stuff. That's not the most important thing. The formulas are more important. How you present it is up to you, and you can certainly change it a little from the way it's presented here, but the basic structure you should use as a guideline. Notice now that because we've done everything by formulas, if I now change some numbers, like if I suppose I only want to borrow 500,000, and my interest rate is 4.9%, then everything automatically updates, and here is the monthly repayment for this new loan. Total amount repayable and total interest payable. Alright, there is your loan calculator. Now you would have noticed as I was doing this that updates were happening in the reducing balance table below. Now I might do a little separate video on just to show you how to set that up. So I'll stop here and then I'll do another video to show you the loan calculator, the reducing balance table.